What's good, everyone? This is your boy DJ's Raw and Cut Truth. Give you that raw content that you deservedly need. And I've been waiting to talk about this. It's really disappointing to see two brothers who have won a championship together, who had defied the odds on beating the juggernaut Golden State Warriors in 2016. Those two made history. Instead of making amends and moving on, these two seem to be in media waves and forget the one common thing that all pros should have. It's perspective. They're missing that. First it was Kyrie. Kyrie, out of nowhere, in KD's podcast, of all people, said something that's true, but still, you know the media was going to make a big hullabaloo about it. When he stated that this is the first time that he gets to play with a player like KD who is clutch. We all know what that message was directed towards. It was directed towards Lebron James. That is a fact. Knowing that the media is going to pick up on it, and then once the media like ESPN and others talked about that snippet, remember what happened. Kyrie went on Instagram Live and tried to downplay it, saying, oh, it's the media, is this. But why would you say something like that and then complain that the media was taking that soundbite? The audience is not dumb. We saw and heard the whole interview. Now to LeBron's problem. This was said a couple months ago. I don't know why LeBron James decided today to go to the road tripping podcast that he does with, Richard Jefferson and Shannon Fry. You know those two are going to side with LeBron James. Shoot, he provided everything for them after their NBA careers. So you can't really blame him for that. But still, LeBron James. He's won a championship, albeit the bubble. No matter what, he's earned a championship. I really wish he would have just left it alone and just focused on winning another championship. But you could tell what Kyrie said irked him. But here's what makes this situation so sad. Both of them needed to be adults in this situation. They needed to pick up the phone and to have a man-to-man conversation. No holds barred, no PC answers, none of that. Because this is really sad. LeBron and Kyrie Irving, they don't have to agree on everything. Matter of fact, they never agreed on everything and anything. But one thing they could do is to respect their game. Respect the journey they've been on. Respect the fans of the Cavaliers for always cheering them on. Back to Kyrie Irving. There was times when I defended Kyrie due to the fact that I know the type of person he is just by observing his actions and how he reacts. Kyrie is definitely one of those spiritual people. He really doesn't care about the media, the politics in the NBA. He does things his way, no matter good or bad. He lives and dies by his decisions. That's Kyrie Irving. And when I'm saying live and die by his decisions, I'm saying figure of speech wise. Everything he does, Kyrie Irving, you seen it with the Celtics, you seen it with the Cavs. It may work out, and then it probably will backfire because Kyrie Irving has something that I never discuss. I always talk about ruling class mentality, and black people need to have that. But what Kyrie Irving has is the ultra ruling class mentality, meaning he thinks he's right no matter what. You can tell. You can tell he's one of those people where he thinks he's never been wrong. And he's going to stand on that sword no matter what. It can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, no matter how you see it. But yeah, this whole ordeal, this whole situation doesn't have to be broadcasted. That's the problem with today's society. We want to be seen on TV, expressing our emotions, where we can just keep everything in the back door and handle stuff like men. Now, LeBron James is a future Hall of Famer. He's a top 5 player of all time. Some people say he's number 2. Some people even say he's number 1. Wherever you rank LeBron James, just remember he's exceeded expectations. I don't think people really realize how difficult it is for someone to come out of high school being labeled the chosen one. And you look at the history of high schoolers coming out, only a few of them panned out. Kobe, Tracy McGrady, Kevin Garnett. You know, those players. But the rest really haven't panned out. And you got LeBron James. He came out of high school and he made something of himself. He got his family out the hood. He has created power within his brothers and sisters. And even though there are times when I don't agree with LeBron James, I respect the power he has. Because we all as people should embrace power, but in the right way. I want Kyrie and LeBron to stop this foolishness and this buffoonery. I know this probably will go on, but it has to end. Look at Shaq right now. You think Shaq has regrets of what he might have said to Kobe? He does. As we speak, he's probably thinking about the time where he could have handled it better with Kobe. This is why you can't take things for granted. You gotta cherish every moment, especially when you're playing professional sports. Tomorrow's never promised, and you don't know what can happen. So in due time, when they both grow up, and even though they're grown right now, it looks like they have some more growing to do. When they look through and look back in their careers, they'll eventually realize that each one of them, Kyrie and LeBron, didn't have it as bad. Maybe that will happen. But I'll say this before I go. I definitely want the Brooklyn Nets to come out of the East and the Lakers to come out of the West. Lakers versus Nets. Have it both settled on the court. Mano a mano. and we'll see who's the best. May the best team win. All praise to the Most High. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you for the comments on a daily basis. Peace and love to everybody.